Carbon is one of our most elementary building blocks. It is found absolutely everywhere, not only in fuels, but all the materials from packaging, plastics, but also in inks, glues, cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, and even fragrance and flavor. Now today, this carbon is mainly sourced in fossil resources. This represents 30 million barrels that are extracted from the ground, and in turn, 4 million tons of potential CO2 released into the atmosphere, accelerating the climate crisis. At Bloom, we developed a technology that can actually use most of the carbon captured by plants, so that's wood or agricultural wastes, and turn it into materials that resemble the petroleum-like alternatives.
The challenge is that biomass is a complex mixture of three main components: cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. And efficient valorization means that you can separate and isolate each of those components. It's very similar to starting from an egg, which is composed of the shell, the yolk, and the white. And instead of just crushing it in your hand to get a mixture, this is what most of our competitors are doing today, you can carefully crack the egg to separate the yolk and the white from the shell, and then develop a specific recipe from each ingredient. This is exactly what Bloom is doing from biomass. We start from wood chips, we suspend it in a solvent together with an acid, and we add our almost magic ingredient, the stabilizing agent, which is preventing the degradation of the molecules. And then once we isolate those fractions, we can develop a wide range of products to replace petrol-based products, for instance, fragrances, paintings, textiles, or cosmetics. But we can also develop new products, and this is here one example, the bioplastics we developed together with EPFL. So we can develop rigid materials, we can make soft materials.
The biomass chemistry today is still poorly understood. Most of our competitors go for low-value products by valorizing only cellulose and neglecting all the other fractions. Now, we have understood what limits them to go to higher value products and have designed a specific chemistry that prevents the degradation of these underutilized fractions in order to valorize them to very high value products. Now that the technology works and that it's patented, the next step is to scale it. Now this has two dimensions to it. First, we need to prove that the technology works at scale, but more importantly, we need to validate the markets. We have a number of partners that are very enthusiastic about the materials we can derive from biomass, but now they ask for larger quantities in order to initiate their internal validation processes up to the moment where it's integrated into their product. For this, we need a demonstration unit that is able to deliver at the scale, and this is exactly what we need the EIC accelerator for.